And then, every so often, as I'm explaining things to you, I'm going to whisper them in your ear like this. And the topic we are going to discuss today has been chosen by you, and it is reading, the benefits of reading according to research. So let's get into it. The review that I will be referring to in this video is titled Benefits of the Habit of Reading by Jackson Wagstaff in 2020, and I will leave a reference in the description, so if you would like to read the full review yourself, because I won't cover the full review in this video, then you can find it and have a read, which I always recommend that you do. The first thing I would like to tell you is that a survey in 2017 found that Americans spent an average of only 16 minutes a day pleasure reading, 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 which is a teeny tiny amount of time compared to the time spent watching TV. And the reason that this finding is not a positive one is because research suggests that reading is life enhancing and a healthy habit with lots and lots of benefits. And those are the benefits we're going to discuss in this video, and they will include cognitive, social, emotional, and health benefits. Four categories of benefits. So let's start with cognitive benefits. One study found that reading improves academic performance for many students. In this study, the researchers explored the link between pleasure reading and the grades of high school juniors in America, and they found that people who reported spending more time pleasure reading had higher grades in almost every subject. The highest increase was in maths, followed by history, and then science. And after that, the next biggest improvements were seen in English. Because the improvements were biggest in maths, this suggested that pleasure reading doesn't just improve reading, because then we would see the biggest improvements in English, for example, but that pleasure reading increases problem solving skills and just generally encourages better So, the cognitive benefits of pleasure reading go far beyond improvements in English language or literature. Next, social benefits. Reading increases awareness of the human experience. This awareness of the human experience from perspectives other than your own helps to improve empathy and understanding of others and their experiences. And this skill of being more empathetic and better understanding of others is especially true for people who read fiction, especially fiction that is about societal or wider issues, including political ones and the human condition in general. Several studies have shown that reading fiction improves theory of mind. If you are a psychology student, or you have studied psychology in the past, then you will know what the theory of mind is. But if you don't, it is the human capacity to understand and be able to comprehend that other people have desires and beliefs that differ from our own. Theory of mind is a really important part of human social interaction, and it usually develops very early on in childhood. So, it is our ability to understand that other people have minds and their minds can think differently to mine. For example, when theory of mind is tested in children, they sometimes use a task such as this. Sally puts a ball in a basket and she leaves the room. Anne moves the ball to a box whilst Sally is out of the room, and the child is asked, when Sally comes back, where will she look for the ball? The correct answer is that she will look in the basket because she is unaware that Anne has moved the ball. But if the child has not yet developed theory of mind, they will answer that Sally will look in the box. And they think that she will look in the box because they presume that Sally will know what they know. Because they haven't yet developed the ability to understand that people have minds of their own and they can think and know things that differ to you or I. Anyway, back to the study about fiction. In a study that tested theory of mind, participants were separated into groups and were given different reading assignments. After reading, participants were then given a test to see how well they understood the emotions of the characters in the extracts they were reading. And they found, of course, that people who read more fiction were much better at identifying the emotions that the characters in the extract they read felt, compared to people who did not or read much less fiction. Reading also improves leadership and achievement abilities. One article found that CEOs read 4 to 5 books a month, which is much higher to the average person who reads 2 to 3 books a year. And other similar studies have found relationships between reading and achievement. And in this review, the author suggests that this is probably due to general cognitive improvements, but also due to the lessons you learn when reading books. Although there are other arguments that maybe CEOs read more because they have more free time, or that they might benefit more from reading. So, for example, if they want to learn a new software or something, and someone has written a book about that software, then after a week or less than that, all that knowledge is theirs now to implement in their business. So reading could just be more advantageous to leaders. And now let's talk about emotional and health benefits. Reading books, especially fiction books, also allows us to vicariously experience the lives of other people or just characters. So it is a form of escapism in that way, but it also helps us to have a better understanding of ourselves when we see the world through the eyes of another person, and having a clearer view of yourself can help you to behave in ways that are more in line with your ideal self, or even to pick up some healthier habits. Or it could be that you change your mind about some previously damaging beliefs. I think that self-help books fall into this category. People usually are quite keen to learn more about themselves, and also how to change the things that we don't like about ourselves. And reading about something that is relevant to you or any of your past experiences can help you understand them a little bit better, and can teach you some really good ways to cope better or change the things that we want to change about ourselves. Although there are also links between reading and mortality. One study investigating elderly adults found that those who read more study they adjusted for gender, education and wealth, so these results were not due to the influence of gender, wealth or education. And this is thought to be because reading evokes mental stimulation. And some research suggests that reading texts that are more emotionally stimulating might be even more beneficial to health because they are more mentally stimulating. Okay, and that is all for this video. It's actually a very short video because this is a very short review paper, but if you're interested in this, I can definitely read some more research about reading and its benefits to let you know what we know. Okay, I do this out of habit because I'm so used to the microphone being so I hope that you've enjoyed this, and let me know what you think